What's going on, everybody? Hey, Status here, aka Jeff, and in today's video, I'm changing things up a bit off my prior video. So, my prior video was Devon. I only have one acrobat I actually use in my men's division. It occurred to me that in my men's division, I have one acro and one tech, but I have multiples of the other classes. And then I had to think about it. And I have the same thing for my women's division. So in these videos, I'm actually going to be showing you the top 2 of the ones I use if I have multiples in that class. Today's episode is going to have Dakota Kai of Damage Control and Chelsea Greeeene entitled. Those are my 2, and I love them both very, very much. I use them for 2 very different reasons. So Dakota Kai is our pure gem damage. She is for if black gems are a thing that week. Or that flash feud, I use Dakota Kai for this. So Dakota Kai, we're doing Scorpion Kick, Bicycle Kick, and Running Drop Kick. The Scorpion Kick, we're going to choose a 4x4 area and make them into trap gems, and if they're broken by us, we get 7 random trap gems from each one of those trap gems. Our Bicycle Kick, we're going to deal a certain amount of damage and increase the damage of your gems by 35%. And then the Running Drop Kick, we're going to choose a 2x3 or 3x2 area to swap into purple gems. We aren't, but they don't need to know that. For our trainers, we're rocking Striker Xavier, EO Sky, which she's going to be giving our black moves 100% more damage, plus giving us 2 MP for black. We have Boogie and we have Zombie Live, both giving 30% of black gem damage. If you don't have Boogie or you don't have Zombie Live, go with anything that gives black move damage. So Zombie Edge or fucking something I'm not thinking of. There's hundreds of cards in this game. I can't remember all the trainers. But if you have black gem damage, that's what you want to lean into. For our belt setup, we are using the Drippity Drip. We have our Drip Plate, or the Dominator's Drip. Whenever you activate a black move, make 7 random gems into multiplied gems of strength 7. Now, if you also have the Birthday Plate, it looks similar to this one. They did have a 8th year anniversary birthday cake that gave multiplied gems for when you made trap gems. That will work as well, but it won't be as effective as Dominator Plate goes off with every trigger of a black move, and the Birthday Plate only goes off with just the trap gems being dropped. But it'll still work. And then in this place right now, I do not have it because I am I'm using it for a different video and seeing how it works out, but I've gotten some new shit, and I really don't think I'm going to be using it on the card I have it on, but I want to have some fun first. As you can tell, Powerhouse Sammy is one of my next projects for a video, and we have time to get radical. Whenever you activate a black move, increase your black gem damage by 50% for 1 turn. This is what I plan on using on Dakota Kai after I'm done with my Sammy video, if I'm not pleased with the way Sammy runs. So basically, I'll be adding 150% gem damage with each trigger and go on from there. But this is the one I'm going to be using next. So keep that in mind. And today, we're going to be fighting Jade Cargill like we normally do. After I'm done with this, we'll transition over into Chelsea Greeeene because basically, I have one moveset for both of them. I don't change this shit up. It stays the same. Why? Because if you know the ins and outs of your cards, you're going to go fast in the feud because you know who you can and cannot fight. Remember that. Let's get into the fight. All right, Dakota Kai is very, very straightforward. And to be honest, I've been using Dakota Kai for so long, I actually do remember we're going to place the trap gems right here because I have our 3 break. I do remember the live stream I did with this where Rub, Simon, and a few others were in the chat watching me learn how to play Dakota and guiding me through it. And ever since then, I've used Dakota left, right, and center. Rub is the one that made me convinced to run Dakota Kai. I fought it for so long, and now she is all I use outside of Chelsea. So we hit our black move increase, or black gem damage increase, and that gave us our multiply. Now, for our running drop kick, we're just going to hit OK and then hit yes. This will work the same way with the radical plate. You don't want to place these gems, you just want to hit OK. You just want the trigger from using the black move, and then swipe. Now, she's not going to do nearly as much damage on the tour as she does in feud. In feud, I've had her hit 100 million damage. So, right here, we're at 46.2 million damage. as you know, in feuds and stuff, we get the increase in gym damage and stuff. When it's on black and it's a female feud, Dakota Kai runs roughshod over everybody. Once I actually get the radical plate on her, I'm looking at probably 60 mil. Somewhere along those lines. A lot higher, that's for sure. But that's Dakota Kai. Let's go on to Chelsea Greeeene and see why I use her. And now it's Chelsea Greeeene. I'm sorry I keep doing that. Samantha Irvin, one of the greatest ring announcers. I really wish she was still in WWE. Ever since she did that with Chelsea, it's been stuck in my head. Every time I say Chelsea Greene's head, that's all I hear. So we have Chelsea Greeeene. For our trainers, I didn't set this up properly because I wasn't prepared because I am not a professional. I'm a man. For Chelsea Greeeene, we run the big boot. We're going to make 30 random gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, decrease the damage of your opponent's gems by 10%. If broken by you, increase your purple move damage by 50% or 52% for one turn. Excuse me, indigestion. We have our missile dropkick. We're going to choose 7 gems to make into purple gems. And then the I'm Prettier, which is her finisher. From our trainers so far, we have our finisher dealing 1.7 million damage. We gain 8 blue MP and pin the opponent. If the opponent's class is Technician, deal 2.2 million damage or move damage after the whole fact. So this is the reason why I use Chelsea Greeeene. With this particular move setup, and you could ride the wire a little bit if you wanted to. We have Lawler doing the blue move damage, or blue move point increase. We have Sheamus, any color finishers do 25% more damage, and then blue moves start with 2 more move points. And then Captain Lou, purple finishers do 50% more damage. And then we have NWO Hogan, matching any color gem charges moves of that color by 2 more move points. This is not the best thing in the world, but it's something I like to use. So if you do it properly, you can actually only do 6, or you can do the 6 gems from the missile dropkick, hit enough of the trap gems here to get 300% move damage increase for the purple move, which makes your I'm Prettier hit 1,000 times harder. Then you combine that with the ultimate plate, Chelsea's Entitlement. Whenever you make 15 or more trap gems, increase your purple move damage by 200%. So ultimately, that means that with the Chelsea's Entitlement and doing the trap gems properly, I can actually hit safely. I can hit 500% increased purple move damage on top of the 200% from the takedown 2, on top of the 80% across there. We're looking here at our purples. We have 439% increased damage. That's between the plate and the metals. So you're looking at 739%, which really is not that bad. In the last boss battle, I had to use her as a requirement for one of my categories. I think the way I got it taken out, because plates weren't a thing, was I got her up to like 250 million on a hit, and that's without the plate. If I had the plate, I guarantee it would have been a lot higher. So we're going to go in and we're going to kick Jade's ass with Chelsea. Now, we're not going to see the full extent of what Chelsea can do here, as Jade is a showboat, not a technician. We need a technician for the full velocity, but at least we're going to be able to see what that damage looks like. Okay, so we're going to hit our... Oh, let's look real quick. So our finisher right now is doing 3.9 million damage, and the bonus damage is 5.1. We're going to hit our trap gems here. Let's see where they land. Now, we want to be careful across the board. We want to keep eyes on everything. Make sure we're going to be placing correctly. If I wanted to ride the wire, I could easily go and do 3 more trap gems right here. If I wanted to ride the wire, I'll ride the wire. I'm not going to ride the wire. I'm going to ride the wire. I'm not going to... yeah, let's ride the wire. Nope, let's not ride the wire. I see the red right there. Almost made a mistake. If you want to ride the wire, you can go with the full 9 break to get to the finisher if you so choose. Me personally, I like playing the safe route. We have 6 trap gems. This allows for when these fall. If a 3-drop hits, I'm still safe. Now, our finisher is doing 24.3 million damage. If Jade was a technician, we would be doing 56.2 million damage, which is pretty fantastic, if you ask me. But 24 million damage, she's obviously going to kick out of this one. If she doesn't kick out of this, I'll be surprised. But she's going to kick out. We're going to have a little bit of a problem. But as she's breaking these traps, hopefully... Nope, she's not going to kick out. The traps are doing what traps do. They're decreasing the damage that she can do to make her stay down, which is great. But ultimately, Chelsea is like solo Sokoa. The Trickster solo, very, very fun. And I will be doing a video here soon with our Tricksters for the males. Very, very fun, but very, very situational. All technician. That's what Chelsea is. Chelsea is all technician, where Dakota Kai is universal. Having one that primarily focuses one class and having one that is universal allows for better promoter spread, in my opinion. So when I do my promoters, and this is just kind of a TED Talk version of this right now, when I do my promoters, I have five class promoters. I do not have Undertaker for that, for strikers or powerhouses. Yeah, powerhouse is the only class I do not have a promoter for, and I won't have because I don't do stip tours. I'm not invested enough in this game to grind out stip tours. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I have ground out stip tours enough to pull so many belts for promoters to try and find an affiliation. Only found two. I got one for showboats, and then one for acros, I believe is the other one. No, sorry. I have one for showboat. Yeah, showboats, and then the other one is ironically for Undertaker, which I don't have, which I'm not going to have. Hopefully they make him purchasable because I'd rather do that. I digress. But what I like to do is have at least, like in the men's division, Sola, or let's go with the women's because this is what I just did. Chelsea and Dakota, so that way Chelsea, I can immediately go hit a technician, drop the tech out of the game, and Chelsea is done. I have my first time wins there. Then I go over to Dakota Kai, switch the promoter over to Dakota, and use Dakota as my sweeper. I go the same thing with others that are following here soon. I'm not going to spoil any of those. But basically, I have my class-specific ones, or my category-specific, because you have like the chaos ones. Chaos or chaotic and all that, focus and all that other shit. Those ones I like to do for the first time win, and then I have my sweepers. So Chelsea is the main one, Dakota the sweeper. I hope that made sense. Because what I'm trying to do with these videos right now is I'm trying to also educate in the proper rotation of a feud. Because at the end of this week, we have a feud. And at the end of this week, I'm going to be doing videos on said feud. So that's the road this is leading into. I know, shocker. Jeffrey actually planned something out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to leave you the same way I always do. Life can be fun if you allow it to be. We'll see you next time.